You know how? Okay, so me and Emma were talking. There's this dude that came on Love Island, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Son of a bitch.
We're gonna have to wait for the.
Please tell me
actual-
you're recording.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Good. Son of a-
Okay, so there's this guy that came on Love Island in one of the episodes. He came in, right, and like whenever a guy walks in or girl, they walk in, they're like, "Hi, my name is Tommy, and I'm from Essex, and I'm a PT personal trainer, and I like girls and drinking alcohol." Right? It's basically that every time.
Yep.
And then like this guy walks in, and he's like, "My name's Charlie from Chelsea," and then the next guy came in, like didn't tell him what he did, and I was like, "Oh, he's filthy rich." I'm just like, I'm like, how do you know? Why would you say that? And I was like, because for my understanding, I don't know fucking shit about England, but like culturally, you know what I mean? Like from what I've realized, anybody that ever says that they're from Chelsea and they're unemployed, that means they're filthy rich.
Yeah.
Because like
His parents are.
it's like, yeah, obviously, it's like what I think of when someone's like, "Oh, I'm from Chelsea." It's like, oh, it's like same thing in St. Louis. Like, oh, you're from. Yeah, if someone's saying I'm from Chesterfield, it's like, bitch, you're still from St. Louis. Just say you're from St. Louis. You don't have to say that you're from Chesterfield.
And Ledoux, they say it as well.
Oh, I'm from Ledoux. It's like that's still St. Louis. Like, you're just trying to tell me you have money. And turns out his family sold a dairy company for $400 million.
Yeah, there you go. So he didn't do anything to get the money.
Yeah, I was just. She was like, "My name's Charlie. I'm from Chelsea, and I like girls." I'm like, dude, you're filthy rich, and I was like, how do you know he's filthy rich? Because he's
filthy
from Chelsea.
rich, and he has zero personality.
What do you
Sounds
mean? He goes on the weekends to Monaco.
To Monaco?
Mm-hmm.
Who is this?
Oh, he's a really cool guy. I follow him on Instagram.
Charlie from Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
I cannot wait to go watch Chelsea and Southampton. I can't wait to go into the training facilities and see the countless amazing youth products that have been destroyed over time.
Yeah, it's just a graveyard at this point.
It's like, here is where some of the top players in all of England have come through and not done nothing.
And then it's actually Ruben Loftus-Cheek that does the tour.
He's like, this is what I have to do to get some minutes, guys.
Yeah. Oh, classic.
Hi, welcome to the Studs Up podcast, where we have Charlie from Chelsea. Can that be the title, Charlie from Chelsea?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it episode 13? Welcome to episode 13.
Studs Up Podcast. All the boys are here per usual.
Yep. My name is Ryan.
Garrett's here.
Muhammad and Charlie are hanging out.
That's the worst intro we've ever done. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that was dog shit.
Boys,
Hello.
how's your week? So obviously it's Monday, but how was last week?
Last week was pretty good. Didn't do much, just loving the new place and still putting shit together and hanging shit on the walls and stuff, so.
Yeah.
But other than that, work's been usual.
Do you have a live, love, laugh sign yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure it's probably in the mail already.
Yeah.
I just sent you 4.
I got some nightstands showing up on Thursday.
Yeah, your life sounds extremely exciting right now.
Oh, it's
as a joke. I'm literally gonna go on Amazon right now and buy 7 Live, Laugh, Love posters and send them to your address. Can you link me your address, Garrett?
Yeah, no, let me get right to that.
Why don't you just get the address first? There's a rookie error there.
No, no. You got a pen?
Yeah, give it out on the podcast too.
Just tell me like right now your address,
Social security number,
last four,
bank
no,
account.
just last four
Okay.
social, and your
Yeah.
mother's maiden name and your first pet, please.
Yeah, no problem. DM me on Instagram. I'll send it to you.
My mother's maiden name was
Uriel.
was Charlie.
Oh fucking god.
All right,
So
let's
is
talk
this,
about something real.
Yeah. Mohammed, other than watching Charlie from Chelsea on Love Island, what did you do this week?
I just worked the whole normal stuff that I always do. Just work and watch Chelsea play. That was literally all I did this whole weekend
Yeah.
and week.
Yeah.
It was pretty dull. What about you, sweetheart? What do you do?
Baby, what did I do? I worked.
You ever thought about quitting?
Have I ever thought about it?
Yeah.
Only every second of every day of my life.
Why don't you?
Because I don't have Charlie from Chelsea money.
See,
Well,
Ryan
we're-
gets it.
We're gonna go yachting over to Monaco later. So
Yeah. Just for the weekend.
yeah, no, just for the Tuesday. Weekends are reserved for other stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Cooler
understand
things.
Cooler things.
that. Women. So I guess this is kind of a sad podcast for the Premier League.
Yeah,
world.
It came off pretty happy-ish, but it's gonna get pretty sad right now.
I guess we should say our thoughts are with Leicester City Football Club and Vichai Shrivadana family members who died in the helicopter crash after leaving the King Power Stadium. News today is that they're going to change the stadium name apparently to him.
Really?
Yeah, probably his first name.
That's cool.
But he probably oversaw the greatest Premier League win, probably,
Yeah.
in at least most miraculous win in Premier League
Cinderella
history.
Oh, ever, yeah.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Leicester won in 2015?
15,
Yeah,
16?
15.
Yeah, 15-16. And that's it for the Studs Up podcast. Bye.
See ya.
No, it really does suck.
No, it's terrible.
He was very much so loved too at Leicester.
He did so much.
Players
Friend of
as well. Players, all of them loved the guy.
Yeah, did a lot for the community in the youth squad and bringing that team up
Yeah.
from almost rock bottom, and then got
Right.
them to win the Premier League, and now they're safely Premier League mainstays. No, they're not
Right.
looking
Not in threat.
not looking at European football, but they're not in threat of going down ever. Probably
They're
due to him.
you know they've taken that Stoke and Everton role. That you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Stoke's
Stoke
not a very good
for
example.
Stoke for a while until last year.
Well, obviously Stoke is an example now because they've obviously got relegated. But like
Yeah.
Stoke has been a name that everyone always says if someone says, "Hey, count 10 Premier League teams." Stoke's always one
They're
of them.
in there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Mahrez's celebration today after he scored his goal, but he pointed up at the sky for him.
Yeah,
It was kind of
that's
nice moment.
yeah. Definitely. And I guess I don't really want to dwell on it too much because it is sad news, and
It is,
not-
yeah, it's
there's
terrible.
not really much to press on other than rest in peace to Vichai
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
and everybody else that was in the helicopter as well.
Yeah.
Manchester City beat Spurs 1-0 at either Wembley or Lambeau Field, it looked like. Yeah, the pitch was kind of a joke.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It still had the NFL logo in the middle of the pitch. It still showed what is it, NFL yards? I guess is that the
Yeah.
term?
Yeah.
And like the yard marks and stuff, and
Right.
you know you still
No, it
see
was
some
very
you still see some Packer fans for some reason just hanging out there,
Still passed out in the stands.
just confused.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
had rugby lines at Old Trafford for the game that happened last week, but they weren't anywhere near as distracting as these ones. I think what made it
Right.
worse for me is the NFL pitch, which I guess I only just found out is that much thinner than
Oh, yeah, it's
a
a lot
Premier League
smaller.
pitch. So I think the ball's going out every 2 seconds when playing it down the wing.
Right.
Yeah, I need to look more into that game. I was starting to watch it, but then I got caught up with work and I wasn't able to, put all my focus into the game. But I definitely want to rewatch some highlights to actually see how much smaller an NFL pitch is comparative to our pitches.
It's probably a good 7 yards on either side.
I would almost say more. I thought it was probably at least 10.
Why is this even a sport?
But it was a bad defensive error for the goal, I thought, by Kieran Trippier.
Oh, terrible.
But still, very good by Sterling.
He had a good World Cup. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's very true. He did score a great goal in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on.
Certified banger.
Yeah. I didn't watch the game. I only saw the goal. Garrett, what did you think?
So Mahrez's goal was nice goal, good assist from Sterling, beat Trippier after his mistake on the header. And then after that, there was a lot of chances in that game that I think, Silva missed a big one right in front of their net where for some reason he decided to pass it out wide to Sterling, I think, again. But he should have just shot, and I think it would have been an easy tap-in goal, so I don't know what that was all about. Then Lamela missed a huge one at the end of the game. Should have tied it up, but I think he missed due to the condition of the pitch. He barely, actually, I don't know about barely, probably hit it over by a good 3 feet. But that was their best chance of the game. And it was a really chippy game, though. A lot of fouls, a lot of yellow cards came out, so we were getting into it. But, yeah, just the one goal in it. I will say I do think we were resting a lot of players. Like De Bruyne didn't start. And honestly, De Bruyne didn't even have that great of a game when he did come on.
Do you think he's capable of starting right now?
He started in the Champions League. But, I mean, granted, it was against Shakhtar, but...
Shakhtar's a good team.
Yeah, but... Now, he started that game. He's been playing minutes. I think he can get back in there at this point. He's subbed on probably 3 times at least, maybe 4.
In the next 2 games, he should be coming back to...
I know, yeah. He just hasn't had the game time yet to get back in form, so...
He's City's best player. In my opinion. I think he's City's best player, but obviously he's just not ready.
By miles, yeah.
Yeah. I think Silva's close. I think David Silva's almost as important as De Bruyne, because he does...
Aguero?
Silva.
Aguero?
I think Silva's almost more important.
Really?
Yeah. I think Silva's hugely important to how good we are.
Well, I'm sure how good we are, but I'd still put Aguero. I'd honestly put Aguero as the best player on City.
No. I think De Bruyne is better, and I would almost wager that Silva is more important to how well we do.
The only thing that I would counter to that is that De Bruyne has age on his side, which Silva probably does not at this point. But that doesn't change the fact that he's still an excellent player.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's also brilliant. I'm also coming from a Chelsea backing where, I just see a striker that's actually good. And I think to myself, what if we had a striker that's good? Because we really haven't seen that since that one good season Diego Costa had. And before that, it was Didier Drogba. Remember that guy?
This is his last season.
Back in 2010 when he played, that was a really good year. Besides that, Chelsea hasn't had a striker in 8 years.
You could have somebody as good as Aguero and probably score 10, 15 goals a season more than you currently are doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, Aguero's great. I just think David Silva's more crucial, though, how well City plays.
I was just when we were just talking about the Kieran Trippier thing. It's funny where I was watching the World Cup and I was obviously one of those guys. It's coming home. I was screaming that from the rooftops, but then I thought to myself, this whole fucking England squad is Tottenham based. So why on earth did I ever think they were going to win? They were just going to put the pressure on.
A lot of Tottenham players.
Well, Southgate had those guys playing incredible.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Either way,
Southgate should become Real Madrid's new manager.
That would be huge. Imagine if that happened. To go back to the pitch, do we think that maybe? Well, obviously this is an anomaly because Tottenham don't usually play at Wembley. They should be at White Hart Lane. But does this open up the possibility for not having NFL games in Premier League stadiums ever again? Because I'm just looking at pictures of the pitch right now, and it's not even... The lines aren't even the worst thing about it. The condition of the pitch is shocking.
Yeah. No, it was horrible. The ground was really hard, compact, and the balls were bouncing a lot. And, you could see dirt, and the ball was just, it wasn't playing the way people would expect it to. So
yeah, honestly, I was thinking about that recently. Tottenham, based upon, if you just really think about it, they have zero money to bring in players. All the money has been going into buying this new, not buying this new stadium, but upgrading White Hart Lane. The whole shebang has just been based around the stadium and all that stuff. World Cup players are tired. They're doing probably pretty darn well comparative to what most teams would go through if they were in the same situation.
But yeah, before tonight they had their, I don't know if it's still the case, but through 9 games they'd had their best ever start to a Premier League season.
Yeah. So
really?
I mean, they're doing a lot better than I think most teams would do without any transfers for 2 years, without actually having a home pitch. Like if you can go into tomorrow, Manchester United, Old Trafford might be fuck whatever happens to Old Trafford, and they have to play at their training ground for all, which is even theirs, but it's still not the same. Without having a home ground, it's still you're still playing away, man. It doesn't matter how many fans of yours are at attendance, but you're still playing away.
Right. Yeah, and for them to be where they are in the league, just behind Arsenal and not far behind Chelsea. Well, honestly, not far behind Liverpool and City either. They credit has to go to them and Bournemouth, who are very close behind as well.
Well, they've had probably the easiest start to any Premier League team right now.
Yeah, that's true, but it sets them up quite well.
Yeah, absolutely.
They play a smaller club this weekend that they should steamroll. So,
but then after that, it's going to be, I think, pretty.
No, they play United this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I just got the reference. Hey, real quick,
jokes everywhere in the Studs Up universe. Overall, I think City are on track to have another season like last. It doesn't seem like... I think it's more... the other teams have caught up than City aren't playing as well. Because the quality of a title-winning side is being able to win and not play their best game. And I think that from what I've seen from today, they did that. They just got the win, got the 3 points, left Wembley with them, and now they're going to go back and start over again. Whereas in the past, there's been times where, teams don't play well and they don't get the results. And they're the teams that won't win a Premier League. Like if we were talking about Leicester before, they in their title-winning season played some games where they played absolutely awful and just came out with a 1-0, 2-1 win, miraculously.
Right.
And that's just how it goes. The difference this season is that we have Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham kind of all doing the same thing. So it looks
while
like it's not
while the topic of Leicester just came back up, how do you remember how many when they were actually? I know it was like after Christmas or after New Year's, where even the public was like, you know what, Leicester's definitely going for a title win. But when was it, like in the beginning periods where like, oh shit, Leicester is doing really fucking good. What's going on? Do you know when that was?
From what I remember of the season,
I can't remember.
There seemed to be some rumblings that people would think they were going to win the league in December, but it really started to pick up in February. I didn't believe it until way late. It just wasn't feasible to me that it could happen. Just because we were so used to that point to having the Manchester Uniteds, the Chelseas, and the Cities win the league. And in my opinion, before that season, I thought, the next 50 years, just because of how much money is getting pumped into those clubs, nothing would change. It would be those three. Like,
Right.
What did the owner buy? What did the Leicester City owner buy all the players? He bought them all cars, right?
Yeah, he bought him those
Yeah.
BMW. I believe it's the i8 or whatever, the electric one.
Yeah, he bought all of them a car. That's so awesome.
An expensive car. They're like 200,000 a piece.
Min.
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty cool stuff.
Right. So yeah, I think around February when I personally first started going, okay, maybe. And then I think, did they win it in April?
I don't remember, honestly.
I don't remember exactly
Was
when
it
they won it.
was it that early?
Well, it ends in May.
Okay,
I'm looking it up.
it's a really cute laugh you have.
Thank you so much.
Reminds me of Charlie's laugh.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't believe that Arsenal finished second that year.
I know, with Tottenham, Tottenham fans all over the globe were like, yeah, we're going to win the league. We're better than Leicester. Leicester will fall off eventually. And then they didn't even finish second.
Right.
Classic.
Not a high-scoring year in the Premier League in terms of points.
Do you
Liverpool
remember,
finished
yeah,
8th that year.
they won the league because Tottenham played Chelsea. And
Yeah,
were,
and
were
then
2-0
Hazard
up.
scored that goal.
Yeah, it was on May 2nd. Yeah,
Who got
at the-
second that year?
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Chelsea finished 10th, in case anyone was wondering.
What'd you say?
Chelsea finished 10th that year.
No, that wrong year, bro.
No.
No.
Stoke finished 9th, Chelsea 10.
Oh, Stoke finished above you, Jesus Christ.
It's because we couldn't win a rainy day at Stoke, bro.
It
Yeah.
was a good year that year.
I mean, I like that was one of the most. That obviously it's gonna be one of the most talked about years of football ever. That one and City winning the league. Those are some of the most memorable moments of Premier League history.
Yeah,
if not
absolutely.
the two most.
Hello, this is Ryan from the Studs Up podcast. If you're a first-time listener or you've been with us since episode 1, I wanted to thank you for the downloads. Like any good podcast, we're mostly discovered through sharing on social media and reviews, so I'm here to ask you for a favour. If you're not driving or operating heavy machinery, please navigate to your iTunes or Apple Podcast app and leave a review for the show with a little note for us to read. If you leave your nomination for our Premier League Hall of Fame in the review, we'll read it out with your name on the show. If you ever want to get in touch with the show, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at StudsUpPod, on Facebook by typing in Studs Up Podcast or facebook.com/StudsUpShow, and via email by writing to studsupsoccershow@gmail.com. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Cheers.
Guys, who's excited for Liverpool Arsenal next weekend?
That is going to be a great game. Finally, we're going to see who has the balls.
We're going to see what Arsenal's really made of.
Yeah. And honestly, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win that game.
Arsenal just gets trashed like 17-0. What?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
That would be insane.
could
Sorry,
definitely.
But-
I was watching NFL.
No, but I know this is way off topic and not even the right league, but did you guys see that Barcelona beat Real Madrid 5-1?
Yeah.
No one saw that, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been kept under wraps. Yeah, Lopetegui fired today. I'm surprised they waited so long. It must have been close to midnight when I got the update. Midnight in Spain. When I got the update that they'd fired him. They probably made him sit in his bedroom all day waiting for the call.
I didn't know that you went to Spain for the holiday.
Yeah, I was there. I was there with Charlie. We
Get
got
the rap one out.
We
Or
got
is
a
it-
yacht.
Conte is probably going to be their manager, and good. I hope he does, and I hope he benches Thibaut Courtois for the rest of his life. He ruins his career and has to go back to Belgium to play for Genk, he came from Ghent, not Genk. He is, but
I think
he
he
is,
is
but,
such a fool.
what?
Courtois, he's an idiot.
Why?
Because he can't keep his mouth shut about stupid shit.
Yeah, I'm so happy he said that because I hope Conte is like petty, I hope he's petty and he's just like, oh, it's okay, buddy, no problem. For me, your words, they don't hurt me. They don't hurt me for me.
Everybody sounds like
And-
Jose Mourinho in your world.
No,
Sorry,
but I
Jose
died.
Mourinho.
Didier Drogba.
Jesus.
I am playing for Chelsea. Roman Abramovich. I must hide in Jerusalem
my name
because
My
I'm
name-
not allowed in England.
my name is Charlie. I am from Chelsea.
I live on 333 Chelsea Road.
I don't even know if that's Jose Mourinho anymore, or just a terrible accent, and somebody's really offended.
Or do we have a Dave Says?
Oh fuck, let me check.
Don't even know.
He's our biggest fan, bro. You don't know.
We don't.
Dave, what the fuck?
Dave, man, if you're listening,
Dropping the ball.
I know we're not paying you, and I know the time difference can probably become an issue, and
Wait. We're not. You guys aren't paying him.
I know you have a full-time job.
He
and-
literally just requested $300 on Venmo, and I sent him.
You sent it to him?
Yeah.
Well, that's not anything to do with me.
Oh, it's been going on for like 4 times a week for the past few months, bro.
And he
It's
can't.
obviously worth that.
Yeah, and he.
I just assumed that you guys. I just assumed that you told him he's gonna get paid
And then he-
3K a week to
And
do this.
he can't even write an email. Pathetic.
Dave, do you want me to pay you more?
We expected
sure?
more of you, Dave.
Are you sure it's Dave that's requesting the money and not that Nigerian prince that you told us about?
Here, let me check. Let me check 1 sec.
Okay.
Fuck! It's Jose Mourinho at wanting to get some money together by Defender.
Oh.
I almost fell for one of those scams. It was-
There's actually a huge scam going around Manchester right now. It's this Portuguese manager. He's
I
looking
hate
to
you.
get some money together to buy a defender.
I hate you. I hate you. Anyway,
He's not wrong.
it was we were living in an apartment and we were looking at a place because we got a dog and our apartment didn't allow dogs, so we were looking at a new place and this house, it looked too good to be true, and it was, obviously. I sent an email to the guy, and I wish I still had the picture because I'd read it out, but he basically said that they were hoping for a really great family to rent the house while they're on a mission trip in Kenya. I think it was Kenya. And then so I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. I believed it at first. So I email him back and I'm like, okay, well, we want to view the house and stuff. And then he's like, to view the house, you need to give me a deposit and send money via Western Union. So I'm like, whoa. Already, like, I haven't even seen the house yet, and you want $500?
Right.
So then he goes into this really long paragraph about wanting a God-fearing family to be in the home because they're God-fearing and they really find peace in other Christian religious families or something. I think he just Googled or found out, somebody told him that America was like a Christian country, and he went way overboard with it. So then, like, I was gonna fuck with the guy, but
It's
then
Minnesota. It's not the Vatican.
Right. Yeah, it's very, very progressive up here. So I was gonna fuck with him, but I was so angry initially that I just sent him an email calling him out on all of his bullshit. And I think I told him to fuck off several times in the email. And then I never heard anything back. But luckily, I didn't send any money. And then I called the owner of the house because I think it was up for sale, and that's how they got the photos.
Oh.
And I called like either the
Tricky.
owner or like the listing agent or something, and just said, "Yo, you're on Craigslist." And they said,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, I know. I've had 10 calls today already." So.
Well, it's good that people were letting know.
Yeah, I hopefully nobody fell for it.
In reality, it was him that was doing it.
because it was like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for like $950 a month, which is absolutely ridiculous for rent. I mean, maybe
Oh, yeah.
maybe a mortgage would be that much, but rent no. So it was definitely too good to be true, and I feel bad if anybody fell for it.
Ryan actually fell for it, and he's just acting like he's smarter than them.
Yeah, I cry myself.
It's because he's progressive.
I cry myself to sleep every night because I don't have any money.
That's a good intro.
Because we make fun of him.
I keep giving my money away to Nigerian people. I just can't
What's wrong
help
with them?
myself.
Let's talk about some fucking fantasy, shall we?
Garrett, get us into it.
All right. So, another week goes by, and Ryan Oldham slips further away from the top of the Fantasy Premier League table.
It's truly pathetic.
He's still in a comfortable third after having the worst performance of the week. Even though it wasn't a bad performance, Ryan scored 47 points for a total of 470. I scored 56 points, so I have a total of 484. And then Muhammad scored 68 points, a ton this week, and Muhammad has 542. Muhammad has a commanding lead, 60-point lead on me. I have a 14-point lead on Ryan. But it's, hey, I'm not at the bottom anymore. I was at the bottom for, 6 weeks? No,
You
8
were
weeks.
about that long, yeah.
No,
8 weeks.
For me, it's good, I think.
Yeah, no, it's been a good week. Muhammad, I'm going to
can't
take away
use-
your
You're not
team.
allowed to use the Jose Mourinho quote when you're talking about your fantasy team because you're top, not 10th.
Do you want?
LOL.
Do you want? Okay, cool. Do you want to put a poll up today that says, "Is Muhammad allowed to use the Jose Mourinho impersonation anymore?"
I will put it up tomorrow once this episode is out.
If my fans, if my diehard fans that I have out there, looking at you, Stella, if
Jesus Christ.
if my fans think that it's not working for me, then I'll stop it. No problem.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'll put it up.
If Ryan's
Well,
mom says
I think-
if Ryan's mom votes no, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I think it's only fair, too, though, that we have to mention that Muhammad should, by law, have to pick up Ruben Loftus-Cheek this week just because his team name is I'm So Loftus-Cheeky, and Ruben isn't even on the team. So,
But to be honest, I did look him up in the draft room or whatever it's called, and
he's got to be solo.
He only has 10 points.
Oh, I mean, he
Really
doesn't get any
enticing.
game time, but he's been playing well, so now he's going to.
Well, Mohammed,
No,
do
he's
you
not.
think he's going to get more game time, or do you think it's a bit of
He'll
a long shot?
I'm sure he'll get some game time in. But in reality, I don't see him starting over.
No.
I don't see him starting over Jorginho. I don't see him starting over obviously Conte, and I don't see him starting over Ross Barkley right now because I wouldn't start I wouldn't start him over Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley has been having a fantastic season since his first game.
He's come into his own under Sarri. Sarri's made him an excellent player. Well, he was already an excellent player, but Sarri's
he's unlocked
made
his
him-
potential.
Yes.
But what I would say is I think Ruben's going to come on, Chelsea's up 2-3-0 in the 60th or 70th minute. Then Ruben's coming on. He should anyway.
No, I think Ruben's going to come off no matter what right now.
Really?
I think if they're down 1-0 or if they're up 5-0, I think he's still going to. I think he's shown that he deserves to be he was getting subbed in every now and then.
Yeah.
Right now, I think that he's proven a point where he needs to be subbed in every game.
No, he absolutely deserves it. Right now, the way he's been playing.
I hope he gets more playing time. I hope he at least gets 20 minutes a game. That'd be very good for him.
Yeah.
In reality, if I could have something happen where Chelsea's still playing the exact same football, I would drop one of a player. I'd drop a player. If he was in my fantasy team, I'd drop Ross Barkley and put in Ruben Loftus-Cheek because I could just pass the ball to Ruben Loftus-Cheek every time and score 15 goals a game.
He's scoring potential. Points potential. You'd have to think Loftus-Cheek has more than Ross Barkley, but it's just if he even gets on the pitch.
Yeah, I really do hope he comes in. Hope he does play really well, and I hope he's just not one of the Chelsea members of the graveyard of youth development. But honestly, I don't think he will be because he's already shown himself as a capable player. He showed himself in Crystal Palace. And obviously this year so far, he's proven that he can play. And if
And
this
his value's
season,
gone up as well, though. Now,
What?
if Chelsea wanted to sell him in January or at the end of the season, just from the last 2 performances alone, you could say that his value has gone up. He's a he's a 20-25 million pound player right now.
well, right now, by the end of the year, 25 million is probably going to be worth about 89 million. So, I think we could capitalize on this investment.
How
I
old
think
is
it's only
he?
going to get worse.
Mohammed, how old is he?
I don't have my computer up right now.
Oh, wow, you don't know? Some fan you are.
So let me guess, 23 or 24.
You think he's that old?
23.
Pulling
Google it.
I am.
Thanks, Dad.
So yeah, I think the value is 22. So I think the value thing is only gonna get worse because the news, according to the news today, Jose Mourinho is going to be given £100 million to spend in January on a striker and a defender, and I think maybe he will get one of those for £100 million because January.
Yeah, do they know how far that goes now?
Right. Yeah, January transfer fees were always inflated because.
Yeah.
If a team needs a player, and Manchester United are so obviously desperate for a backup striker and a first team defender like Toby Alderweireld, for example, that they're gonna spend so much money to get experience, and that's what they're missing. And if it was me, I'd probably want to bring Zlatan back for free. And just have him as a backup to Lukaku, just because you're not really going to spend any money on the deal. And I think the dressing room was at its peak banter levels when Zlatan was there. Anyway, but back to draft. Speaking of Lukaku, I didn't drop him this week. It wouldn't have made a difference if I did or not. But now he's had a rest, I think I'm confident in putting him back to the side. I picked up Martial on the waiver wire, so I think that went unnoticed. He did play...
What?
What do you mean?
I'm confused. What do you mean why waiver wire? What does that mean?
So, the players that are available that haven't been drafted. It's called, it's called the waiver wire.
Oh, okay. You just picked them up. Okay.
So I just grabbed him and Kieran Trippier... Sorry, I'll just say picked him up. I'm used to American football fantasy.
Yeah, that's an American football thing.
Yeah.
What is?
Had Mane,
the waiver wire for American football fantasy.
Never heard of it.
Had Mane, had Mendy, Martial. But again, I have 3 strikers and they got me a total of 4 points.
How did my strikers do anything?
Yeah, your strikers did well.
What do they do?
Actually, your strikers didn't do that well. Your midfield did really well. But you had Callum Wilson score you 13. Lacazette got you 2, and Firmino got you 2. But Mo Salah got you 15. Pogba got you 8. Sterling got you 6. And Dele got you 1. But then Marcos Alonso also got you 11.
Scott Sterling?
Scott Sterling, the very same. And I just want to make it known that I just took De Gea out for Pickford next weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to do some changing up here shortly.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bournemouth are playing well, so I'm not super confident, and Pickford's been scoring points, so I'm going to give him a go.
Totally fair. I have decided to make a change in my forward line, and I am dropping Mitrovic, and I am picking up Wilfred Zaha.
Good pick.
Yeah.
My front 3 have actually been killing it lately. I have Glenn Murray, who got me 7, Aubameyang got me 8, and Aguero got me 2. But usually every weekend, 2 of those guys will score me a decent amount of points.
Yeah, I'm desperate for a good performance from my forwards. Desperate.
Yeah.
So
Aubameyang's been getting me a lot of points. I'm really happy with him right now.
Oh, real quick, how do you guys feel about Virgil van Dijk? Captain.
He's got a captain?
Well, no, he got the captaincy right now because Hendo's out of action, injured,
Yep.
and he's the captain right now, and a lot of reports are saying to make him the captain.
Interesting.
But
Full
like
time.
Jordan Henderson was like molded by Steven Gerrard to be the captain.
Don't you think it should be like? I would almost give it to like James Milner before I gave it to Van Dijk.
But Van Dijk is a long-term replacement.
Well, no, I know, but like he's been there 6 or 7 months. No, he's been there 10 months or so, but still.
Well, I mean, still, it that really doesn't matter that much. We talked about a while ago, a few podcasts ago. The captaincy is kind of a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And it doesn't really matter how long you've been there. Like I remember Chelsea loaned Yossi Benayoun to Arsenal ages ago. And
Yeah, no, that's a name I haven't heard for a while.
during the game, he was captain for like almost all of the League Cup games, and he was their lone player. The reason why I did is because he's super experienced. He was 30 years old, and he was playing with a bunch of 20-somethings. He captained over Jack Wilshere.
Yeah, but I
at the
don't
time.
think there's people that are at Liverpool that wouldn't necessarily deserve it more than him, just because they've spent their time there.
Yeah, I mean, the time-wise, obviously, you would be obviously giving it to Jordan Henderson, who obviously is the rightful
but-
skipper.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
he's
like-
hurt.
but
But
he's
I think
hurt.
there's other people other than just him.
But I think he's a perfect captain. Like if you've seen him play,
Well, no, he's a boss. He's an absolute beast.
he's a boss. Like he's an actual boss. Like he runs the back.
He's a stud. He's probably, if not one of the absolute best defenders in the world.
next to Laporte.
I think if we're going to talk about long-term captain, I would probably say Andy Robertson. If we're talking long-term at Liverpool, I think he's kind of being molded as the guy that they're going to go to with that. But like you said, Mohammed, I don't know if it has as much meaning as it used to. Maybe it does for the individual, but I think for the watcher, it's not as meaningful as it used to be, definitely. But if I think Van Dijk would make a good captain. It's a great, they're usually the best position to give it to.
I mean, nowadays, when not just EPL, because we had this discussion a while ago, and we said, back a few years ago, you could be like Everton, the captain. United, the captain. Chelsea, a bunch of different teams, the captain. Even in world football, who is Icardi the captain of Inter Milan? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
Can anyone name
Or AC Milan?
Can anyone name 2 defenders on Inter Milan?
Right, yeah. Yeah,
Or
I think
like-
that's unfair.
or like-
I don't even know who the manager is.
Yeah, exactly.
But what? 10 years ago, you could name the whole lineup.
Yeah, well, when
Yeah.
they won the Champions League.
You can name the whole line. You can name the whole. You can know. We knew who the captain was of Ajax for all fucking teams. Like, just.
Ajax is actually pretty good this year, I think.
They always are.
Yeah, but they're better than normal this year. Like, they're better than the past several years anyway.
Yeah, but
Got to
but
Europa
they're
League
real-
final in 2016.
Yeah. True, but then they got absolutely stomped, didn't they? Wasn't it like 3-0?
It was either 3-0 or 3-1. I can't remember. Great
Yeah.
game. Great
They have
game.
some good players.
Yeah.
City's talking about picking up that Frankie de Jong they have for like £70 million.
Yeah. Apparently
Wait,
he's got
which De
several
Jong?
clubs looking at.
The young, the goalkeeper, the midfielder, the defender, the three
The
midfielders,
midfielder.
the three strikers, or the coach. Which one?
Midfielder.
Oh, which one of them?
The good one with the cute face.
Oh, the guy. He's a good lad. That lad.
Yeah, he's a good boy, that boy.
All right. And on that note, come on, it's time to
We're
go.
out of here.
Yeah. Have a great week. What have you got planned? Anything? Work?
Yeah, work this weekend, Mohammed. I would invite you, Ryan, but Mohammed, if you're not doing anything, I think I'm going to have some people over to watch some NFL, American football.
What
and
day?
Sunday. Football day.
Thanks for the invite.
Okay. I'm actually down for that. Can I? Who do I support again? I support the Vikings. I don't have a jersey.
Hey, there you
but-
go.
Okay, buddy. Ryan, you don't even like the Vikings. You like the Colts with a subpar quarterback.
Subpar.
Okay, everybody, we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Bye.